We start this 1 point perspective in the same way as the last one. We find our SP. We immediately go and project a line straight from our SP directly up onto our horizon line, which I haven't labeled for you yet. There's your horizon line, your picture plane, and of course your ground line at the bottom. And that point now, of course, directly above your SP on your horizon line, that we can mark as our vanishing point. Okay, once we've done that, we can clearly see we've got a top view and a front view again. This shape's slightly different in that it's got a bit of a kink in the back of it and also a hole through the middle of that little piece over there. And I can see that I've actually gone and left out a dark line in our top view over here, which I just need to add in for you. Okay, now with this drawing, we're going to have to be a little bit more careful with our lines because we've got a lot more points that we have to deal with, but we're going to use exactly the same method as what we did in the first one. We're going to start off with a point, and start off with this top point over here, and we're going to take it to our vanishing point. And then we're going to go and see with what point it matches up with here in our top view, and we can see that matches up with that point there. So we're going to take that point in the direction of my SP, but only project it up until it hits the picture plane. And when it hits the picture plane, I'll then project that straight down so that it matches up with that point. And that then of course tells me exactly where that line is supposed to end. Okay, then we're going to do it with the next one as well. We take this bottom point over there, we're going to take that to our vanishing point, and then with this line, because it matches up with the same point here in our top view, we don't need to do any more projecting across and down like that. That point's already there. All we have to do is simply project this line straight down onto that bottom line, and then go and draw this line in dark over here. Okay, once we've done that, we can then move to the next point over there, and we're going to again line that up with our vanishing point, project it across, and then for this point we've got to see where that matches up, and that matches up with that corner, which will end over there. So again, we're going to take that point, line it up with our SP, and project it only up until it's hitting our picture plane. Where it hits our picture plane, we are then going to project that straight down until it hits that line, and that of course then tells us where that line's supposed to end. And then of course you can just join those 2 points across there. They should line up with each other. You should be able to join them with a straight line there quite simply, if you are accurate. And that shows us of course the back part of the shape. Now for the next little piece over here, okay, it's now of course slightly lower down, but we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take that far corner over there, we're going to project that to our vanishing point, and then we're going to find which point it matches up with in our top view, which is over there. So that's going to end on that corner. So again, we're going to take that corner and we're going to project a line from that corner, lining up with our SP, but only up until the picture plane, and then we're going to project that straight down into our front view. That of course tells us now where this line is supposed to end, so we can now easily simply go and join that up, and then we can also draw a line straight across which shows us where that back line would go to. And we're only going to do that little one because of course the rest of it is hidden by the front of that shape. And now we're going to have a look at the hole. Now with the hole we're going to do the same process again, but of course now we're going to be using this this hidden detail over here. And for what we're going to do for that hole, we're going to take that first hidden detail line there, that top corner, we're going to project that to our vanishing point again. We're going to find which corner it first matches up with here, which is this one. Now because that's off our picture plane, we are going to have to project that corner in line with our SP, our standing point, up until it hits the picture plane, which is a nice short little line there, and then project it down. That shows us where that line is supposed to start. All of our other lines up until now all started right here on our front view, because that line over there, of course, touches our picture plane in our top view. But now this corner over here doesn't touch the picture plane. That's why we've had to project that point in line with our SP to go and find where that point starts, which we now have. And then we need to know where it ends, which of course is in line with this next corner over here, which again I'm going to take in line with my SP. I'm going to project that across onto my picture plane. It's very close to one of my other lines. And then I'm going to project that straight down, and that shows me then where that line is supposed to end. And I can then go and draw that line in. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing with this first bit of construction over there. That hidden detail line, we're going to project that across. And now you can see that a lot of that goes behind the shape, so we're not even going to see it. But we're going to be able to take this line over here straight across to meet up with that one. And you can see there that this line over here actually vanishes right behind the shape, so we can't actually see it. So the only other little line we're going to need to still draw in is this one here. Shows us that it also goes behind. And then there's a little depth line we've got to indicate here, because of course that hole does go down. So we are going to have to go and draw in a line over there. Now, to check that we haven't drawn that line too far down, we would use this corner here and project it across to our vanishing point. And you can see that that line we've drawn in doesn't even meet up with it. So we know that that line over there is perfectly fine, and we can leave it like that. And that is then our 1 point perspective complete.